Have you ever gone to bed feeling fine only to wake up exhausted, foggy, irritable, or strangely hungry? Many people over 60 blame aging, but what if the real issue isn't your age? What if it's something in your kitchen, something millions of seniors consume every evening believing it's harmless? Here's the shocking truth. Some foods eaten after 7 p.m. can trigger overnight blood sugar fluctuations, increase inflammation, disrupt sleep quality, and accelerate memory decline, weight gain, and cardiovascular disease. The most dangerous food on today's list is often marketed as a healthy snack, and many older adults enjoy it almost every night. Stay with me, because the number one food may change how you think about dinner and evening snacking. I'm Dr. Adrian Cole, and for over 2 decades, I've studied nutrition, healthy aging, metabolic health, and longevity. I've worked with thousands of adults over 60 who believed they were doing everything right, taking medications, exercising, attending regular checkups, yet their blood sugar numbers kept rising. They didn't realize their evening eating habits were sabotaging their health while they slept. Research shows that aging bodies process glucose differently than younger ones. Your body becomes less efficient at managing sugar as you age. A snack that seemed harmless at 40 may have a very different effect at 60, 70, or 80. Before we begin, I'd like to hear from you. Please comment below. What is your age? Have you experienced any of these symptoms recently? Morning fatigue, brain fog, increased hunger, poor sleep, high fasting blood sugar, memory lapses? Your comment may help someone else realize they're not alone. Now let's begin our countdown. Number 5, sweetened yogurt. This one surprises many. Yogurt has a healthy reputation, but many flavored yogurts contain large amounts of added sugar, some as much as dessert. For seniors, that's a problem. Eating sugary yogurt late in the evening can spike your blood glucose right before bedtime. Instead of allowing your body to focus on repair and recovery, it forces your pancreas to work overtime. Think of your bloodstream like a highway. The more sugar entering at night, the more traffic congestion your body has to manage. Over time, those repeated traffic jams may contribute to insulin resistance, a strong predictor of type 2 diabetes linked to cognitive decline. Researchers have found evidence connecting elevated blood sugar with shrinkage in areas of the brain involved in memory formation. That's frightening. Most people worry about forgetting where they place their keys, but few realize their nightly snack may influence brain health. I remember a patient named Margaret, 68, proud of her healthy habits. Every evening she enjoyed a large serving of fruit-flavoured yogurt before bed, believing she was making a smart choice. Then her fasting blood sugar started creeping upward, month after month. When we examined her diet, the evening yogurt habit stood out. After replacing it with plain Greek yogurt and a handful of nuts, her glucose readings began improving within weeks. But if you think sweetened yogurt is dangerous, wait until you discover the food ranked number 4. Many seniors eat it every single night without realizing the damage it may be causing while they sleep. If you thought sweetened yogurt was surprising, wait until you hear about the next food that has misled millions of seniors with its healthy image. Later in this video, I'll reveal a food that can send blood sugar soaring faster than many desserts. Let's dive in. Number 4, dried fruit. Raisins, dates, dried mango, dried cranberries. They come from fruit, so they must be healthy, right? Not necessarily. The issue lies in concentration. When fruit is dried, most of its water is removed, creating a denser source of natural sugar. Imagine eating 1 grape. Now picture eating 20 grapes in less than a minute. That's what happens when you snack on a small handful of raisins. The sugar enters your bloodstream rapidly, especially in the evening when your body's ability to process glucose slows down. This is known as reduced glucose tolerance. In simple terms, your body becomes less efficient at handling sugar at night. For adults over 60, this effect can be even stronger. One of my patients, Robert, age 72, thought he had found the perfect bedtime snack. Every evening he enjoyed a bowl of raisins and dried cranberries. He was shocked when routine blood work showed elevated fasting glucose levels. "I don't eat candy," he insisted, but his dried fruit habit was delivering sugar levels comparable to many sweets. After switching to fresh berries and a protein-rich evening snack, his blood sugar stabilized. Here's something most people never hear. Repeated blood sugar spikes don't just increase diabetes risk, they may also damage tiny blood vessels throughout the body. including those supplying oxygen and nutrients to the brain. This means your evening snack could be influencing memory, concentration, and cognitive health more than you realize. Now let's move on to something even more alarming. This next food is often served during family dinners, celebrations, and holiday gatherings, and many seniors eat it without a second thought. Number 3, white rice and refined grains. White rice, white bread, crackers, pasta made from refined flour. These foods digest incredibly quickly. Once inside your body, they're rapidly converted into glucose. Think of them as paper thrown into a fire. They burn fast. Whole foods burn slowly and steadily, while refined carbohydrates burn almost instantly. The result? A sharp rise in blood sugar, followed by an energy crash. Many seniors experience this cycle without realizing it. They wake up tired, hungry, and restless, often blaming aging itself. But the real culprit may be hidden on the dinner plate. Research has shown that diets high in refined carbohydrates are linked to poorer metabolic health and increased insulin resistance. In plain English, your body's blood sugar control system starts wearing out. And when that happens, nearly every organ can feel the consequences. Here's a shocking fact. Some studies suggest that chronically elevated blood sugar may accelerate biological aging itself. Not just your appearance, but your cells, blood vessels, and even your brain. If that's surprising, wait until you hear about number 2. It's a food many consider relaxing and comforting before bed, yet it may be silently sabotaging healthy blood sugar control every single night. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. This community is filled with people who want to stay independent, mentally sharp, and physically active for as long as possible. Trust me, the final 2 foods on this list are the ones most viewers never see coming. So far we've uncovered foods that many seniors mistakenly believe are harmless. Now we're entering the most important part of this countdown. The next 2 foods are among the biggest hidden causes of nighttime blood sugar spikes in adults over 60. Number 1 may completely change your evening routine. Let's continue. Number 2, ice cream and frozen desserts. Few foods feel as comforting after dinner as a bowl of ice cream. For many seniors, it's a nightly tradition, a reward after a long day, a moment of comfort, a small pleasure. But unfortunately, your body sees something very different. Most ice creams combine large amounts of sugar with saturated fat. This combination creates what many nutrition experts call a metabolic double hit. The sugar rapidly elevates blood glucose, while the fat slows digestion. Together they can keep blood sugar elevated for hours while you sleep. Imagine trying to repair a house while someone keeps turning the lights on and off. That's similar to what happens inside your body. Instead of focusing entirely on nighttime repair and recovery, your system must continuously manage excess glucose. One patient I'll never forget was Patricia, age 74. She was frustrated by her worsening fasting blood sugar, despite taking her health seriously. Every evening, she enjoyed what she called just a little ice cream. When she started tracking her habits more carefully, she discovered that her small bowl was contributing far more sugar than she realized. Within a few months of replacing it with a protein-rich evening snack, her morning glucose readings improved significantly. But here's the truly shocking part. Many seniors don't realize that poor blood sugar control can affect much more than diabetes risk. Research increasingly links glucose instability with inflammation, cardiovascular disease, and cognitive decline. That's why protecting blood sugar isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about maintaining independence, mental sharpness, energy, and quality of life. Now, before we reveal number 1, I want to ask you something. If you're finding value in this video, please subscribe and give it a like. Every week, thousands of older adults join this community to learn practical ways to stay healthy, active, and mentally strong after 60. If you've stayed with me this far, you're about to hear the food that surprises almost everyone. Because it's marketed as healthy, recommended by many well-meaning people, and eaten by millions of seniors every evening. A shocking truth before number 1, blood sugar doesn't have to reach diabetic levels to cause problems. Even moderate spikes, repeated night after night, may contribute to inflammation and metabolic stress. Think of a dripping faucet. One drop doesn't matter, but thousands of drops over months and years can create serious damage. The same principle applies to blood sugar. Small choices repeated daily often determine long-term outcomes. And that's exactly why our number one food deserves your attention. Because it appears healthy on the surface, yet for many adults over 60, it may be one of the worst evening choices possible. Take a moment and ask yourself, could this food already be sitting in my kitchen? The answer may surprise you. We've reached the final and most crucial part of today's countdown. If you've stayed with me this far, you're already ahead of millions who never realise how evening food choices can impact their health. Now, it's time to reveal the food that surprises almost everyone. The food many seniors consume, believing they're making a healthy choice. Number 1 is fruit juice. Yes, fruit juice. Orange juice, apple juice, grape juice, even products labelled 100% natural. Before anyone misunderstands, whole fruit can absolutely be part of a healthy diet. The issue arises when fruit is juiced. Juicing removes much of the fibre, which is vital for slowing sugar absorption. Without that fibre, natural sugars enter your bloodstream much faster. Imagine the difference between a slow walk and a sprint. Whole fruit is the walk. Fruit juice is the sprint. After age 60, your body often struggles to keep up with that sprint. Many seniors drink juice after dinner, thinking it's light and healthy. However, some juices have sugar levels comparable to soft drinks. That's the hidden danger. One patient, Harold, age 76, was doing almost everything right. He exercised regularly, watched his weight, and took his medications as prescribed. Yet, his fasting glucose remained stubbornly high. After reviewing his routine, we discovered he drank 2 large glasses of fruit juice every evening. When he switched to water and began eating whole fruit earlier in the day, his glucose readings gradually improved. The change wasn't dramatic overnight, but over time, the results were undeniable. Remember this lesson. Health rarely changes due to one giant decision. It changes through small, consistent choices. What should seniors eat instead? If you're hungry after 7 p.m, consider options that stabilise blood sugar. A handful of nuts, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, boiled eggs, fresh vegetables, or small portions of berries. These foods provide protein, healthy fats, or fibre that support stable glucose levels throughout the night. Stable blood sugar often means better sleep, better energy, better concentration, and better long-term health. A final message from Dr. Adrian Cole: if you're over 60, this stage of life is not about limitation, it's about protection. Protecting your independence, your memories, and your ability to wake up each morning with energy and purpose. Too many believe aging automatically means weakness. I don't believe that. I've seen men and women in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s transform their health through simple daily habits. Not because they found a miracle cure, but because they respected their bodies enough to make better choices, one day at a time. Your future health is being built tonight. Not next year, not next month, but tonight. Every meal, every snack, every decision matters more than most realise. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you, and which food on today's list surprised you the most? Leave your answer in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to join our growing community of adults committed to healthy aging, longevity, and vitality. And don't miss our next video. Doctor warns, 7 morning habits, secretly raising blood sugar after 60. Until next time, I'm Dr. Adrian Cole. Take care of your health because you deserve to enjoy every year ahead with strength, dignity, and confidence.